Huh? What?
I'm going to start this.
Start what?
I'm going to show you.
Well, okay. Oh, by the water's edge. I have that.
Yeah.
Diane Herman. That's
Have you
beautiful.
stitched it all?
I started it. You know, all that's done with math.
Yeah, it's based on pi, isn't it?
It's all done. I don't remember if it was pi or not, but that the way that all fades and how you blend in your threads. That's all a
Mm-hmm.
mathematical formula. Puts that all together. It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna since I can't go anymore on Anasazi, I thought, well,
Yeah.
why not? I paid $200 for that like 2 or 3 years
What'd you
ago.
pay so much for? Hey, folks.
Well,
Good to have everybody with us.
it was an EGA thing. I joined the EGA
Oh.
just to take that class.
Oh.
And then last
Yeah.
year I quit I stayed in the EGA one other time.
Look at Kim. Kim, let's do a Sal on that. Yeah, Kim, stop it with the Sals.
Does she have
Just
it? Does she
stop
have
it.
it?
I'm sure she does. That's a beautiful. But I took a class with her. Is how I had it with Diane Herman.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and
They
it's
had it in my EGA
yeah
a
with her.
class, but
Yeah,
yeah.
she's impressive. I need to get her on a show again because I really enjoyed talking to her. Hi everybody, Jessica Grimm, all the way from Bavaria, middle of the night. Hi to your husband if he wakes up. Nudge him a little, wake him up, wreck his night's sleep. Yep. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. Yep. We're talking about Ivana's starting by the water's edge, Diane Herman. So hold that thing up so people can see. It's pretty famous. You know, it has its own Facebook page.
It does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Somebody started it just for that. It was really popular at one time. Yeah, it's beautiful. And she's got a companion to that shows all the junk by the ocean.
Oh,
Yeah, there's
like
another one.
junk?
Yeah, that shows that it just speaks about uh
Recycling and stuff?
trash in the ocean and stuff. Yeah, there's a companion to that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
she does great work. She's fun to talk to. But yeah, I'm always impressed that all that is done with math. Um, how it blends all the way down. So
Yeah, I
Vana,
think it's beautiful.
yeah, what isn't Vana stitching? Yeah, you got that right.
Who said
Vanessa and
that?
John, nobody said it. Nobody said it.
Oh,
I did.
Christy said
I
it.
said it. I said it.
Christy said it. That's who said it.
Yeah. Yeah, more beer. Always more beer, Vanessa. Yep. So you're starting that. So we holy smokes. Yeah, I got too many of them started. I should haul that out though. I started in the class. It's one of those where I did the class and then came home and never did any more on it.
Well, I paid for the class
Yeah.
and I didn't get to go
Oh.
because they were doing it kind of like at a retreat thing. And
Oh.
that's still when I was working.
No.
And it was on the weekend. I couldn't go because I work weekends. And so I joined the EGA and paid for that class. And I joined just because they were having her.
Oh.
And I got the whole kit. And I mean, it looks like the directions are pretty nice. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the only reason I'm starting at people is because I ran out of this certain metallic braid for the whatever I'm stitching Anasazi song.
See, you got so many
So
going, you can't even keep them straight. See, that's what happens.
yeah, that's what happens. Oh, I was going to show. I don't know where it went. Oh well, that stitch play book that I got with all the stitches, those two books.
Yeah.
She signed that. That was autographed by
Really?
Carol.
Go, Carol, go. Beth, she ran out of Krynic. Kim has it in the mail on the way. It's coming.
Yeah, Kim's gonna
It's winging its way from North
post haste.
Carolina. Yeah, post
That's
haste.
right.
Yeah. Hey, we're sponsored
Post
by.
haste.
Huh? What? Yeah. 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 The post is hasting it. Yeah. Yeah. They are. Sponsored by Stitchy Box. Stitchy Box. So at the bottom there, fibertalk at stitchybox.com, you can get all the details on the silk that Liz purchased at the market. So she's calling it Stitchy Silk. You buy 4 skeins, get one free. You don't need a coupon code. Shopping cart takes care of it. She said that she bought a truckload of it. So if you were concerned that she was going to run out, um, yeah, she said that's not happening. She's got plenty. So if you want to buy some and make sure you have enough, she has it. So yay for that. And then I was looking at her countdown boxes, which is the thing you buy, and then it comes a box, and then there's something wrapped that you unwrap every day. She's got some cool themes: music lovers, in the ocean, birds of a feather, Arctic adventures, Halloween bash, a couple Christmas ones. So those look pretty inviting. Just I'm sure it's all like Arctic. I'm sure there's a lot of whites and off whites and stuff, but looks pretty inviting for a 1-day deal, or one a day all month.
She's got one called Samplers too.
Yes, she does. I know. That one caught my eye too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So that check that out. It's she has several of them some are sold out, but several of them are not. So you get something every month, and you get something to open every day. Now there's the test right there. Can you wait and do it every day, or do you just open them all? I don't know, because that's kind of like an advent calendar thing. Do you just open them all and get to Christmas, or what do you do?
I just did it once a day when I was a little girl, because you always look forward to it. Like, what are you going to get today?
You're such a
Did
goody.
You do that?
You're such a goody two shoes.
I know, sort of.
No, we never had when we were kids. Didn't do that. Nope.
As a mother, I sucked at that for my kids. I bought the little house to put the little treats in the doors and stuff, and you can't shove 4 treats in the doors. And so I didn't want to buy 4 houses. So I just we had a snowman that had a candy cane. We still have it. We still put it up. And you stuck the candy cane in a different day, and that's all they got.
Oh.
So.
Oh, they got cheated. No, what Margaret does that for our grandsons, and she has one, the box with the drawers. But then what she did is in some of them, she just put a note, and then Sarah has a bag. She gives Sarah a whole bunch of lunch bags with stuff in them.
Oh.
So like if there might be candy or money in them one day, but then the next day whatever she wanted was too big. So then it would just say that mom has the bag or something, and then they get to take it out of a bag.
That's nice.
There's no charge for that kind of, that's all on the house.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Boy, Marga, she's just really a good grandma.
Yeah, she is.
I hope I'm one of those too.
Yeah. Annette's Acre says she's done several of the countdown boxes. So I open one per day mostly. All right, thank you. She's normal.
Mostly.
Christy buys the candy and eats it. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the trouble.
Yeah, right.
Bag of M&M's.
Oh, look.
Oh, look what?
Say, Kathy Gilhopple. Hi, my husband Mike says he usually watches football. Now he is hooked on Fiber Talk. He says was the last show a class on knots.
Oh, that's funny. That's real funny. Oh, that's real funny. That's just what I need is a wiseacre. Yeah, great. Thanks.
Oh, that was a good one.
Jeez. I was I haven't picked that up since Wednesday night. I was so frustrated with that. 3 people wrote to me. It's class on knots.
3 what?
Cut him off. Can I cut him off? Is there a way to shut him out? Let me see here.
Nope. Jeez. He's not writing her. His wife is.
Yeah, because he's sitting in the background laughing at me. Yeah.
Somebody wrote me. I can't think of who it is, and I'm sorry, but somebody wrote me and said that their husband had a crush on me.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Look out. You're very popular. Very popular.
I need to tell that to Keith. He doesn't think anybody has a crush on me. I need to tell him that. He's better watch out.
Yeah, Vanessa, you're right. And the cussing happened afterwards. After we were off the air, I said things that were not pleasant. Well, it drives me nuts. And then 3 people wrote to me and said that I need to check the nap of the thread. Now, I've never bought into that. And they said that was causing my problem and I needed to flip it around. I've never bought into that because I've never felt it was valid. But I'm beginning to wonder if that was happening with Floesch, if that in fact was the problem. So I'm going to test that. But first, I had to get over just being raging mad. Um, yeah, that was irritating because I did a lot of stitching that in that hour and got nothing to show for it. Yeah,
I did a lot of stitching in that hour,
I know, and you got something to show for it. Yeah, we were
and
impressed.
I am so proud of it. I'm looking at it right here. It's right here
The
because I
cool
had to
thing is
move.
you're proud and humble at the same time. It just warms my heart. It just absolutely warms my heart because you just take it so in stride and you just low key about it.
I
Jeez.
had to move everything down here to the cave since everybody's moved back home. So it's like, I don't know. So all my stitching's down here, and Keith goes, "Why are you moving your stand and everything?" And I said, "Because we're going to be stitching on Fiber Talk all the time. So
That's
I
right.
got to have it
That's right.
downstairs."
Quarantine stitching hour tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Join us. Watch me make more knots. No, I'm not making knots because tomorrow night I get to do needlepoint. You got to do cross stitch.
You want to know what I'm starting tomorrow night?
What are you starting tomorrow night?
I got it right here. This is what I was doing, waiting for you tonight.
Just waiting to pounce. Oh no, really? You are?
Yep.
Oh man, I'm jealous. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at
And that,
that.
it's going to be awesome,
Oh,
isn't it?
up out of the park. What is that thread?
Um, okay. It's DMC 816.
Look at that right there. Oh, hold that up
816.
again. Oh, that's there you have it right there.
And it's going to, and this is gingerbread. Picture this plus gingerbread 40 count.
Man, look at that. I can't start any more things. I got so many stinking things going. I can't. I just can't.
And I just take it all in stride.
Wow, that's going to be great. Oh, that's a great design. Yeah.
And I think I was looking at it, and this is why I'm doing it. Because I think that you want to have, since we're going to be stitching so much with people, you know, I just feel like we need to,
Have a
have
variety.
variety. hmm So, anyways, I really think
Oh,
that
that's it. That's it. You just did it. You gave me the excuse. I got to have
what?
variety.
That's right.
I'm starting
You
it.
gotta have variety. I didn't buy anything. I just walked through here and picked stuff from my stash. But anyways, so I think that I think we can. I think that I can really move on this.
Yeah,
We'll
it looks
see.
like it's quite doable. And it's just solid stitching. It's mindless solid stitching, right? There's very little. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be cool on there.
Yeah.
Even John was drooling over that, Vana.
Oh, probably so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, you gave me an excuse. Now I have to see what I can fire up. I got a few things. I got to clean up my mess here. These shows. One of the drawbacks of these shows, I got to discipline myself to clean up afterwards because I just
hmm
walk away from it, and then I come
hmm
back and it's like yeah, yeah. I had to record a podcast this week early in the morning down here. I had to just shove stuff out of the way to get the computer in there. So I'm gonna have to clean up. Maybe I'll find some things to stitch when I do that. Could
Well,
be. Yeah.
yeah. You always remember. So, do you know what you're going to stitch tomorrow? What are you going to stitch on? You're going
I'm
to stitch on
stitching.
that.
Huh?
Go ahead. On that one that you did for Gary Stitch Along or Stitch with Gary.
The opal. Yeah, I'm gonna do Debbie Rowley's glitz and glamour opal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now you got me thinking. I might start one of these other glitz and glamours just for the.
Oh, Mindy wants to know what the start one.
I might
Mindy
now. You
wants
gave me an excuse. Yeah.
Mindy wants to know what the stitch count is. It is
On what you said
144.
40. Oh, the
Yeah,
size. Oh,
144 by 93. So for a 40 count, it's 7.2 by 4.7 inches.
yeah. So it's a nice size. Yeah.
Yeah. And so my idea, I have a lot of ideas, but okay, so I don't execute them. I don't finish them well anymore. I used to, not anymore.
What
But
is your
anyways,
idea?
okay, so you know how I love the, like urns and flowers,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have several monochrome urns and flowers, small pieces, and I thought, wouldn't that be nice if I had a grouping of red urns and flowers? We'll see.
A grouping how?
Like the different ones together on the wall.
Oh, I see, framed kind of thing. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's because I thought you were going to come up with some way of finishing them so they would look like standalone urns or something.
Right. Hey, here's something we can talk about tonight. Dina Gentry wants to know, this is a question, and she wants us to be honest. How many whips do we have? Okay, let me think.
I have no idea. No idea.
Okay, let's see. The Queen, Jane Stanwix, the 1837 schoolhouse or 1873 schoolhouse. I have that one started. Sarah B.
6,
Mm,
7, 8,
I have that
9,
whitework sampler.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, just what I can see here, I have 15. And that's
I
what's
have
not put
two,
away.
I have two needleworks, two needle points. Getting ready to have another needle point. I have this ornament that I've been trying to stitch for like 3 months, and I haven't been able to finish that. I would say it's less than 20. Now, kitted up things, I've got hundreds of kitted up things.
Yeah, you have that bad habit of buying a chart and kitting it right away. Yeah, I don't do
Yeah,
that.
or either buying a chart and then going through my own stash and
Yeah.
kitting it. But I tell you I de-kitted a lot of things at the first of the year. Like, I
No.
mean, a lot.
De-kitted, huh?
Yeah, I put them like took them all about. Oh, let
Oh.
freedom ring. See, Annette knows my whips better than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, let freedom ring. I don't know if I'll ever finish that one. It's pretty. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I'm sure. Yeah, yeah, easily that for me. Plus, I know there's 3 or 4 more that are put away because I wasn't
But
getting
you
to
want
them.
to I'm going to say something else. Like, okay, so Cool Stitchers in my happy place says, "How do you ever finish things?" I do finish things,
Yeah, you finish more things than I do.
but I don't. That's not what my goal is,
Yeah,
really. I have so many finished things. My walls are full of finished things.
yeah,
But I just like to stitch.
yeah. I don't really care if I finish them. I mean, I do. I want to get them done, but this one, I discovered this one. I'd forgotten all about it. This is a Debbie Rowley ornament.
Oh,
I'd forgotten all about it because this was Silk Mori, that Silk Mori stuff. Evil stuff
and
to
you don't
stitch
like
with.
that.
Oh, fly!
Yeah.
It's like flyaway hair, but well, it is. But I don't have that much more to go on that. I'm such an idiot. I should finish it because that
You
would.
have so many things where you don't have much to go.
I know, but that's really pretty. So I should do that one. I tripped over that the other day. That's a book. I'll tell you what, Ornament Queen. Um, you would like the Debbie Rowley ornament book. There's like
I was
25.
I was looking at that.
Yeah, you would like that because they're really good. They're really good, and this is out of that book, so they're not
She
real
has one
big.
that looks like a package and it's beautiful.
Yeah, but they're not real big, and they're real. They're typical Debbie Rowley stuff. But
That's the
um,
backside,
oh, that is the
isn't it?
backside. Sorry, yeah, yeah, that was the
I'll say
backside. Sorry, not too bad. Kind of clean.
no.
But yeah, that's out of that book.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
you would like that. You should try it. Check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, because you would enjoy them. It'd be a different kind, and then you could practice finishing needlepoint.
Yeah, that's just what I need to do.
Yeah, I think
Start getting
so.
that too.
I've morphed into more of a process stitcher, which is weird. No, that's good, Crafts Enthusiast. I'm with you. How are your band samplers coming along? Yeah, yeah, they're coming along.
Which one?
Yeah,
Which one? The Queens?
The
The Queen
Queen?
sampler?
No, I think she meant the banding.
Oh,
The banding
oh
you
God,
haven't.
I forgot about those.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, you haven't touched yours in a long time. I haven't. The last trip I traveled, I got all the stuff out, and then I was writing emails to get people to do podcasts, and that took up the evening. But um, Yeah. I kind of stopped on that. I still like it.
To be honest, though, really, and
No,
you're
lie to me.
busier.
Lie to me. Come on.
No, I'm holding up for you here. I'm getting ready to hold up for you. You're busier as far as it takes so much time to write people and to respond to people and to
Yeah.
like let people know that, hey, we're listening and we like you and thanks for listening and following us, that it's hard. I mean, it's hard to have like any kind of, because I've recognized that just myself here recently, is that you spend a lot of time like just like answering people, which I don't mind. I don't mind it at all. But I'm
No.
just saying,
Yeah. Well, I
it
recorded
takes some time.
when I recorded 3 podcasts this week, trying to get ahead of the game here. So
I know. And I was supposed to be in every one of those and wasn't in one of them.
I'm not commenting. I'm not commenting.
When you have to have like your kid out of the apartment and all of that,
Yep.
it's just kind of
You were
all
busy.
apart.
Yeah. We're yeah. Oh, that I'm pretty excited about what I have coming up too. Because Michelle Garrett will be Sunday, Bendy Stitchy, and then talked to Misty Purcell from Luminous Fiber Arts yesterday. Oh, that was fantastic. Really got some insight into a designer mind. That was very good. Really enjoyed that one. And then Gay Ann Rogers, recording with her next week. Ooh, been a while since we talked to Gay Ann, so she's a treat. And then Liz Matthews is also on the tap for next week. So we'll got some good ones coming up. Excited. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited about the Gay Ann Roger ones. I think my life should be back to what is
Yeah,
normal.
dream on,
But
lady. Dream on. You can't even sit there with a straight face and say my life will be back to normal. You can't even do
no,
that. No. Go ahead, try, dare you.
I can't because my husband's had a set, my husband is very stoic. He is the exact opposite. Well, he's the exact opposite of me. Like, doesn't say much, very, very quiet, very contemplative. He
Uh-huh.
doesn't, like nothing comes out of his mouth that he hasn't thought about it very thoroughly about. With me, you just never know. And he had like a set down heart to heart with me this week and told me that I needed to stop being everybody's savior because I wasn't everybody's savior. That
Thank
they
you,
needed
Keith.
to
Thank you, Keith. Put her in her place. Slow her down. Yeah. Jeez.
He said that he wanted to have me around for a while, and if I didn't slow down, I wasn't going to be around.
Thank
So
you, Keith. Can I just take a moment? Thank you, Keith.
for him to say something is huge.
Yeah, because you've been just dragged out to the max lately. What size needle preferred for 32 count or 42 count? I use, depending on it, I use 26 or 28 on 40 count, and I don't stitch on 32. So usually 28 for me on 40 count, but sometimes I'll find myself at 26. When you do 32, what do you use?
A 20, 26, 24.
Yeah.
It depends on how I base what size needle I use based on what my fabric is like.
Yeah.
Like if it's rough, I'll use a bigger needle
Yeah.
to make the hole bigger so it doesn't drag on my thread. But ever since I listened to that podcast that you and Christine did with
Was it Susan Graining Davis?
Graining Davis, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am been like the bigger the better is the way I feel
Yeah,
about needles.
she'll change your thinking about needle size. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, and I do the same. I do the same thing on 40 count. It depends on the linen. Sometimes I'll stitch with 28 for a while, and I go, no, I think I better go 26 because it opens up better. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've been using 26s most of the time on 40s too.
Yeah.
I feel like I have.
Okay, here. All right, we gotta set the record straight here. Nancy Harbath, probably been asked before, but does my wife Arlene stitch also? Vanna is not my wife. She's married to Keith. Arlene is not my wife. Arlene is single and lives in Jersey. I live in Illinois, and I'm married to Margaret, and Margaret couldn't care less about stitching. And that's the way that goes.
She really can't. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
she really can't. She doesn't even want to listen to stitching, really.
she's a huge support for what we do with Fiber Talk. huge support. But to pick up a needle and thread, nope, not interested. Mm-mm.
No.
So no, I'm not married to Vanna. She's not married to me. Keith, Margaret here. Arlene is single in Jersey. Yep.
And I'm in Indiana.
And Debbie Rowley is married to Rod, and they live in Oklahoma. So yeah. Sorry. So no. And Arlene loves to stitch. Trust me. Arlene is a maniac. Yes. Yes, and Vanna missed Misty yesterday. Yep,
I know I
she
did.
did. That was a good one. Really anxious for that to
Yeah.
go up. Yeah. Really anxious.
Yeah. She knows how much I like her stuff, though.
Yes. Beth, yes. Gay Ann Rogers. And Gay Ann had an idea. She contacted me, said, I have an idea for a podcast. So we're doing it. There, Mindy, go Keith, but do you listen? No, Vanna doesn't listen to anybody. No. She'll be over at church serving a funeral tomorrow, I guarantee you.
Nope, the Catholic Church has closed it all down indefinitely.
Oh.
You know that's when shit's going to hit the fan,
Yeah,
is when
that's
the
right.
Catholic Church says don't go to Mass.
Yep. Yep. That's when that's when we've hit the big wall.
Yeah. When you think, woo. But you know what is so funny? Now, Katie showed me this because, Lent is a time that, like I go to confession every 2 weeks.
Nancy, don't sweat it. You're not the first that's gotten that wrong. Don't sweat it at all, really.
No.
Really, not at all. No.
But what was I saying? Oh, now I forgot. Oh, okay. Lent is the time where Catholics particularly go to confession. I go every 2 weeks to confession because I'm particularly friendly with the devil. So I go to confession every 2 weeks. But at least you're supposed to go at least during Lent and during Advent. So anyways, it's during Lent and here we can't go to church. And so Katie I don't know what she was looking at, but she showed me that she started laughing hilariously. And then she brought it into me. And there's this priest, and I don't know where he's at, but he set up this thing in the church parking lot, and he's sitting on a folding chair, and they have these orange cones.
Oh, no.
And he's like 20 feet away from the car. And so there's a person taking a shot of it. So he's sitting in a folding chair listening. The car drives through the cone, stops. You roll down your window. You tell him you do the confession with him. He does absolution, all that. You drive up, and the next guy comes through. Katie goes, wouldn't that be awesome to go to confession like that?
Yeah. You start to get uncomfortable. You just stomp on the gas. Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah, our church is completely shut down. Yeah, our pastor did the midweek service of Facebook Live last night. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Had to quit doing handbells.
Ours is supposedly, yeah. Well, there's not supposed to be anybody in the church. Nothing.
No.
You can't have adoration. You can't, nothing. It's closed. So, I don't know how they're going to do this, but supposedly our church is going to have streaming mass too. But I always just watch EWTN. I watch EWTN almost every day. So go to mass that way.
Yeah. No, it's weird. I almost did a spit drive-through confession. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Weekend mass is canceled. Yeah, everything's shut down. We're going on complete stay at home tomorrow night at 5:00. So, but for Margaret and me, it's no big deal. We work at home all day anyway, so whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Somebody asked how I got started stitching. A girlfriend I had in college, needlepointer, and she and her friend would sit around needlepointing all night, and I said, "Hey, let me try that." And so that was back.
On your dates, they'd be needlepointing?
No, just like and they shared an apartment, and so I'd go over, and
I see.
Yeah. So then I just got started doing that, and it never stopped really. Well, it stopped when we were raising kids. I didn't do so much, but yeah, the way it happens.
Yeah.
Because it was no needlework when I was a kid. My mom she sewed and she knitted, and my grandma crocheted and sewed. My grandma was a brilliant seamstress. and then she crocheted and quilted. But she was the quilter using like old shirts and stuff to make quilts.
Mm-hmm.
We have several of those still. Yeah, yeah. Which is pretty cool because you look at them and remember what a shirt was or some piece of cloth from something. Yeah. But,
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. But that's how I learned. Yeah. And pretty much self-taught. I've probably been to 3 different classes. That's it. But everything else self-taught.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nice. I'm self-taught
Yeah.
too. Benita
Yeah.
Harms wants to know, how is my Doves in the Window quilt coming? Well, see, there it is. Those two right there. That's all it is, Benita. But in my defense, I'm trying to do Katie's graduation from college quilt, and then her boyfriend Austin's graduation from college quilt. So I'm trying to get those done.
Trying to get those poor kids something for graduating.
I know, right? Katie was so upset again this week because she found out that she's graduating with highest distinction. So that
Oh
is,
no.
I guess. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so she doesn't get to.
Not that we know of it. They postponing it for when it was supposed to be. And so there's, I don't know if she'll get to do it at all. She cried and cried. She's worked so hard, and to have
that hurts.
Basically, yeah, I think she has like a 3.9 GPA from electrical engineering school.
Yeah.
That's extremely difficult.
Yeah.
And highest distinction.
That's awful. Oh.
I know, right?
All that work, yeah. Gina, did I get made fun of for stitching? I never, not to my face, but I never made a big deal of it. I pretty much hid it for a long time. Very few people even knew I did it. And then I just got old enough I didn't care anymore, whether people knew or not. So, I'm 65. They want to laugh at me now. It's too late.
Yeah. Whatever.
Excuse me. Yeah, so I'm sure that, hang on. Whoop. I'm going to cough here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure that people have laughed at me, but anymore, I just don't care. I enjoy it. It's what's fun for me. It's something that, I just enjoy it. And then doing this, added to it, it just makes it a lot of fun. So I don't care. Whatever. But yeah, Rebecca. Yeah, I mean, for many years, very few people knew that I did it at all, or even knew what it was. So now, whatever. Yep. Yeah, that's too bad for Katie. Boy, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Ouch. Hey, I want to say something. Well, first off, Stitchy Box is sponsoring. And another thing that Liz at Stitchy Box has is you want to go to her Treats from Nashville. She's put together 4 levels of packages, things she curated at Nashville. So there are 4 different levels. And if you go like to the deluxe treat, you get at least 1 fat quarter or larger of fabric, and then some tools, notions, threads, and embellishments, all in a box. But there's 4 levels, so check that out, because that there's a lot of fun there, I'm sure, when you open that up. So right at the bottom there, fibertalk.stitchybox.com. I know, Craft Enthusiast. Yeah, somebody commented to me the other day, you can't even cough in public anymore because people freak out, like if you have a cough. But I want to say, this is going to make some people mad, but whatever. Sorry. I am not a fan of American Needlepoint Guild. I'm a member, and I've never really been a fan because I just don't see the value in it. But I have to be a member of our local FOPS chapter, which I see huge value in because it's a terrific program every year, terrific people, and I'll pay twice what I pay to be a member of that. But part of the requirement is if you're a member of a chapter, you have to be a member of A&G. And I resent paying that money because I don't go to the seminar because it's just way too stinking expensive to go. And the only value is the book, Needle Pointers. And this magazine, there's been no value in this whatsoever as long as I've been a member, just none whatsoever. And in the last few months, it's just been late and just everything. But I have to say, that's where I start from. This issue, the March April issue that I actually got in March, so that's huge right there for them. Well, it is. I mean, this has always just been a project book, and a lot of it painted canvas, which, unless you want to buy painted canvas, is just not it.
Right.
This issue, and I hope they're able to continue this. They did something. Somebody woke up, because they have articles in here that are actually interesting and informative. Like they have this one
Really?
here, yeah. Other than just project after project after project, like this one here, Patricia Tector, creative criticism. So they had somebody stitch these kimonos. One person did it in pure basket weave, and another person did it with some other stitches. And then there's a whole critique about it, what works and what doesn't, and so on and so forth. And see, to me, that's helpful. That's good stuff. That's really good stuff. And so I just skimmed it a little bit, but I haven't sat down to read it. Then somebody sat down and did scissors, and gives a little summary of all the different of a whole bunch of different scissors. Now, see, that's helpful. That's good. So a whole evaluation on that, and there's just this issue is one I actually want to read. The funny thing is, it came 4 or 5 days ago, and I just threw it on the corner, or just threw it on the table. Yeah, I'll get to you sometime. And last few of them I barely opened, but this one I opened it up just to see what was in there. And then there's one here all about how to read a canvas, how to read the weave and what it means, and so on and so forth. And it takes you through all the little details and shows what happens when you stitch different ways. Now, see, that's good. That's good. So I'm pretty excited about this. So I have to, applause, like right here, shows things. So applause to them. I mean, they did something with this magazine. I hope they're able to keep it up. And there's some projects in the back, but it's not just wall-to-wall projects. This one's pretty. That's a pretty one.
That is pretty. Is that a Debbie?
No, it's Susan Harrington.
Mm.
It's her Pacific Jewel. Yeah, that's a really pretty one. So they do a good job showing projects, but how many projects can one do? And here she finished it. Here, you'll enjoy that. She finished.
Oh yeah, little basket.
So I applaud them. I applaud the American Needlepoint Guild and the editor there for raising the bar. Really nice. I kind of feel like there's value in this time around. And there's some chapter news and the usual stuff. But so bravo for them. Yeah, This is what I'll hang on to. That's a good one. What are the black spider-looking things on the wall behind you? Oh, they're decorations. They're supposed to be sea urchins. They're just metal decorations that Margo found. I used to keep aquariums, marine aquariums. I grew live coral, had marine fish, invertebrates and everything. Had a lot of gallons of water at one time in the house here, and grew a lot of coral and so on. And so Margo got things that down in the family room that were more marine oriented, and so these are these metal urchin things. And most of the stuff we got rid of, but we've kept these because they're kind of cool. So that's what those are. Yep. A critique of basket weave versus fancy stitches. See, but that's what this article is about, Jill, is that very thing, because it said that when they asked the lady to do a comparison, to do a critique of a stitch, she said, I want to do a critique of both. I want one stitched with basket weave and the other stitched with other things. And then she does a critique. So, like I said, I skimmed it. And now I'm anxious to go back and really study it and see what she has to say, because that's helpful. So to me, this becomes now what an association magazine should be, where it's not just a bunch of projects. We can get projects anywhere, but it helps you advance your stitching. So I really do. I'm really excited about that. Applaud that. And I say that because I have been in some circles highly critical the needlepoint guild, because it costs a lot of, it costs what, $50 a month or a year or something like that. It's not cheap. And there was a thing. The editor of the magazine wrote something about a survey she'd done about what people were looking for in the magazine, and somebody had complained about it. And then the editor, which I thought was unique, said, "Why are you even a member of A&G?" And I almost wrote and said, "I don't have a choice, because I have to be a member of Fox. I have to be a chapter," and it was like, yeah, that's why. So, but I hope this is a sign of things to come, because I think it's that then I'll feel better about being a member. D. Neely, how long have you been stitching, and who taught you? Well, I started when I was 20, 21 or so, and I was 65, and for the most part, I taught myself. I think, yeah, 3 or 4 classes is all I've ever done. For the most part, I just taught myself. So yeah. What? Oh, is that Megan? Back cover design? Yeah. I don't know.
Let me see. I didn't see it.
Not my cup of tea, but
Is that what is that?
it's a pig.
Pig?
Yeah, it's a little pig and a bunch of flowers. Yeah. No, wouldn't see that. No, thanks. But yeah. This is I think this is a painted canvas one here. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. But I do think that they did a good job. I do. Bravo for that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's great. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Kim started the whole show out. We need to see some of Gary's macro photos. Yeah, that would be fun to do sometime. I got 100 of thousands of them. I'll see about doing that. We need to talk about what we got coming up, because Kim starts the show off wanting to do another Sal. On May 1, on May Day, we have Hannah Longstreth from Queenstown Sampler. Get your kit, 15% off at Sassy Jack's. Hannah Longstreth, Queenstown Sampler. We're going to start that thing on May 1. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Yep.
Somebody was showing that somewhere, but anyway, that's beautiful. We saw that at Nashville. It's an absolutely beautiful thing. So anxious to get going.
Yeah, it is.
Kim's already sent our kits to us, so we'll be showing those one night, because I want to be able to show. We both got the 40 count, right? Jersey cream.
I think
it is. Yeah, I think that's right.
We're both getting it the same thing.
That's what I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah.
I mean.
So, oh, Marga, actually, I wanted some texture on the walls, and those fit the space. The aquariums. Oh, yeah, Marga filling you in. There you go. There's Marga chiming in. I thought she was cooking in the kitchen. Guess not. So we got that coming up on May Day, May 1st. Pretty excited about that. And then on July 5, and July 5 is just simply the day after the 4th, because we're starting, because the 4th is a holiday, everybody's busy, so we're going to start on the 5th when everything settles down. Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah. So Debbie Rowley's Royal Garden. Get that from Kim Kit for 15% off. Yeah. I had it in my head there was something special going on the 5th, but I can't recall it. So,
well, it's the May Day. May Day is the one Sal, and the B Day is the other. Is the other Sal. B Day, May Day.
B Day.
May Day and B Day.
Oh, like a birthday kind of thing. Oh.
Yeah. Not a bidet.
I wasn't going to go there. I was not going to go there. You opened the door and I did not go in. But oh no, Vanna has to charge right through. Yep. Uh-huh. No, I said no. Do not do that. No, do not do that. No, stay away from that. But oh no, Vanna, right in. Yep, outstanding. Yeah, that's Vanna's birthday on the 5th, so we're starting the Debbie Rowley thing. Join us in for that. Someone had commented that Debbie's charts are really good. Her designs and her charts are a really good way to learn counted canvas work, and they really are. She does an excellent job with those, and even though that one looks complex and intimidating, it really isn't. There's just a lot going on, and her charts will get you right through it. I need a bidet now since I can't find toilet paper anywhere. Yeah. Oh, it's Vanessa's Line Weber. It's her birthday too. Yeah.
Oh, it is?
That's what she says right there. Oh yeah, that's right. Fiber Talk made me buy it. Hashtag Fiber Talk made me buy it. And if you buy stuff, please mention Fiber Talk. Really is appreciated. Like if you buy from Stitchy Box, if you buy one of those countdown boxes or a treat from Nashville, mention it. Fiber Talk made me buy it. Yep. Or a sampler. You know, I was looking at those samplers too. I kind of sat down. Needed a break from editing today, and so I went through the Stitchy Box site. There's some nice samplers in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Tempting.
I have I think I have all of them that she has.
Really.
I know that's shocking, isn't it?
I'm just speechless at this moment.
I know that I have Beatrix Potter. I might not
You
have.
have Walpole, right? Sarah
I
Walpole?
think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you mentioned
And
that.
Hannah Gilpin. I don't think I have Hannah
Oh.
Gilpin.
Well, you need to get that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I thought
Yeah,
about it
what's your
several
problem?
times.
What's your problem? Let's go.
I don't know what. I don't
Yeah.
know.
But check those out. There's a lot of cool stuff on that site. Go check it out. Music Lovers Countdown Box, that was appealing. In the Ocean, Birds of a Feather, yeah, lots of them. I like the themes. I did. Oh, who was it said the other night that the chart they couldn't keep from Nashville, couldn't keep in stock, was that Little House Needleworks.
Oh yeah, the Kringles.
Oh man, I wouldn't look that up right after the show. I can see why. That's yeah, not my thing to stitch, but that's impressive. Yeah,
It is. It's a beautiful piece.
yeah,
Huge.
yeah. It looked really big. Yeah, I want Arlene Cohen's floral lace, but when will I get to it? She'll be happy to sell you a copy. Yep, that's a beautiful one. I think of all the things Arlene's done, that one keeps standing out for me. That lace thing, that big lace circle thing that she did. I'll show you a circle, just to help visualize what a circle
Yeah,
looks like.
what
See,
a circle is. Is
that's
that the one that was in Just Cross Stitch?
yes, that she won an award for at A&G, I believe it was. Yeah, yeah. Want a tour of Vanna's warehouse so you can get some ideas. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the warehouse, the Vanna warehouse of needlework charts, cataloged. It's like an Amazon warehouse. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think you give
Honestly, it
tours.
kind of
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Huh?
You don't give tours. I don't think special. Maybe if you had like a 50th birthday, we could do a tour on that day. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something. We're gonna have to do something. First one, we're gonna have to do something on May Day to start off. The Sarah Hannah Longstreth. We're gonna have to do that, and then I think on the 5th, we're gonna have to have some kind of a special show to start Debbie Rowley off. With birthday
I was
candles.
looking at because I know I had picked Royal Garden, but I was like, what does that look like? I kind of had forgotten what it looked like. So I went to Debbie's website or her blog and then looked at her designs and stuff the other day, and that's very pretty. It does not go in my house. Purple does not go in my house, but
do a different
I'll find it.
Change it.
I'm okay with it being purple. I think it would go in my it would go in my girl's bedroom, and it would go in my bedroom probably too. So
yeah,
it's beautiful. I'm that kind of stuff. I think that it doesn't matter what the colors are because it's just like artwork. You know what I mean? Really?
Yeah, yeah. I'm anxious to get to it because I've had it kitted up here for better part of 2 years, I would say. And I'm anxious to get going on it because I've always wanted to get going. So now we have the perfect excuse. But there was one here. If you buy fabric for your stash, what is the best size? Fat quarter, fat half, half yard? Yeah.
Do you want my question?
What
my
would
answer?
you? Yeah. What is it?
I buy at least a half yard.
Yeah. At least. Yeah. If I see something I like, I'll buy a yard.
I buy it, and that's how that's how I have stuff to like kit up this thing is that I just have it in I don't have anything fancy. Like, you see these, well, you can kind of see, and not nothing fancy here, but and there's the vacuum cleaner. But I because Keith has to have it there. That's where he's put it for 10 years, and I cannot move it anywhere else. It has to be right there. But
I
anyways,
would so mess with him. I would move it 5 feet. Just to,
I do move it, and then he'll like, "Where's my vacuum cleaner?" And I go, "Well, I put it where I go, it's right in front of my design wall." And he goes, and he'll find it, and he'll vacuum, and then he puts it right back there. And I go, "Can't we put it somewhere?" No, it has to go right there. So there it is,
I'd mess
the
with him.
vac.
I'd move it 2 feet.
He's like a cat. He can't have anything like like changed around, or and then he'll sit and he'll pull on his mustache whenever he doesn't like something. That's how he's not like
Oh,
liking
okay.
something. He'll pull on his mustache.
Oh,
But anyways, no, I don't have anything fancy. All of my fabric is in like those plastic bins, not plastic bins, they're drawers, those plastic like column drawers like you get Sterilite, like you get at
oh,
Walmart or Target.
yeah,
They're the
yeah.
deep ones. They're not like the short ones. They're the deep ones. And I just have like two sets of those, and I have them marked like 28, 20, 25, 28, 30, 32, whatever. And that's how I fold them and I keep them in there. But
Yeah.
their back of them, the reason I like those is because the back of them is open, so air can circulate.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's kind of important. Yeah.
Oh, mm-hmm.
If I like it, yeah, I'll buy a big piece. Like I have um oh, now I forget what it was, but I really liked it and I bought a yard of it and I've used it twice now for projects because I just like the way it looks. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've never really compared prices. I gotta assume if you buy a bigger piece, you save a little money. But I just think it's nice to have, if you really like something, to have it sitting around and then you get a chart and you say, hey, I'd like to stitch that. And you just haul it out, cut it up, and you're good to go. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I have to like say something about Keith who vacuums. I don't argue with him. That's why the vacuum's there. I'm not gonna argue about it. And he also, I cook. I'm the cooker. I'm the chef or whatever. But he does all of the dishes afterwards, and he always has
Oh,
from the
oh.
moment that we got married. Yeah. Well, no, I take that back. He started doing the dishes when I was pregnant with the twins because I was working full time and I was pregnant with the twins, and I got so huge with them so fast. And I was working full time and I had a 16-month-old. And one night I was doing the dishes and I was so tired. I had my arms leaning on the okay, my back would hurt
Uh-huh.
constantly because of all of that in the front.
Yeah.
And so I was leaning my elbows down, washing dishes, and he goes, "That hurts me to see you do that. So get out of the way, and I'm going to do the dishes." And from then on, he's done the dishes. It's like, okay, whatever, be my guest. I hate dishes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And no dishwasher?
We do have a
Oh,
dishwasher, but we did. He's um he's strange about things. He's like got like ideas about things.
he's right behind you.
Like you know, he knows that I would tell him. He knows that I would tell. I've said this. He has like strange ideas about stuff. Like we cannot plant plants next to the house because they attract bugs. Like,
Okay.
aren't bugs everywhere? That's what I always say. I'm like, okay, aren't bugs? Like, oh my God, here's a plant. All the bugs are coming right next to our house. It's like, what is up with that? I can plant flowers, but I can't plant like bushes or
Oh,
anything like that. So it's like
yeah.
whatever. And then like for instance, like whoops. For instance, when we got married, I would like dry our clothes all the time because isn't that what people do? If you have a clothes dryer, you dry your clothes.
Pretty
No.
much. Yeah.
I have had to hang my clothes. And I mean, which since I've done this for 25 years now, I guess that I'm used to it, but I have to hang all the clothes except for the underwear and like the towels and stuff like that. I get to dry those, but the rest of them I have to hang. And he's made me a line down here in the
Oh,
basement. and I hang clothes on the line down here, like
Hmm.
our jeans and our stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
His mother did that, so that's why I have to do what his mother did. So,
Life with an engineer. Yep.
yeah, it's very, very
Yeah.
regimented.
Jessica Grimm, I married my dishwasher, but is he sleeping right now, Jessica? That's the question. That's the question we have. That's the
Oh
question we
my
have.
God. Debbie Thomas says that's true. You shouldn't let the bushes touch the house. Well, Debbie, we don't because we have no bushes
Talk to
by
Keith.
our house.
Talk to Keith. Have
Ever.
a
Never. I never thought about termites until I married my husband. He is always worried about termites. And I said, one time, I said, did you have a bad experience with termites? No. And I said, well, then I had never even thought about termites, except in like Africa where the anteaters eat them. You know what? I've
right.
never thought about termites. And he goes, you have to be worried about termites. They can like really do a lot of damage. And I go, okay.
Well, you're not far enough south that they matter.
Actually,
Really?
actually,
Yeah.
my mother had to like the whole middle beam of her house had to be replaced.
Oh my. Oh, I didn't think you were far
Yeah,
enough south.
they had totally eaten it out. So, anyways,
Okay, Jessica's husband's still sleeping, so we got that going for us. Yeah. Poor guy. He must wake up in the morning and go, Jessica, you're just nuts. You're just nuts.
hey, look, Robin Isles. I got to meet Vonna at the Quilting Guild in February. She loves Fiber Talk.
All
She
right.
does. She's the one that I messaged you and
Oh,
said,
that's right. Yeah.
"Hey, somebody,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Now,
hi, Robin."
like Florida termites, yeah, I'd be freaked because that, yeah. But
Yeah.
I didn't think you were
Well,
far
I
enough
live in
south.
Indiana. I live in Indiana. What is that? Madacat mom,
Looks like it.
Madacat mom,
Yep.
and we're worried about them. We are worried about them in
Okay.
Indiana.
Okay.
Weird, but anyways, whatever. I love him. He puts up with a lot of crap, and I put up with his
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. He could tell stories too, I'm quite sure.
Oh, I'm certain he could too. Probably some really funny ones too.
I'm confident of that. Yeah. hmm hmm Yep. No doubt in my mind. Yep. So, oh yeah. Stitchy Box. Got to remember, check them out. Help our, we're doing this Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday night live shows, quarantine stitching hour. We're doing
Yeah.
that because we want to call it. We're doing it just because it's fun to stitch and have people gather and talk about stitching. Obviously, but also to call attention to in this quarantine time. Support your needlework stores with online purchases. Just about all of them have had to close their doors, but you can still do business with them online. So support them. Please support them. Keep them going. When this is all over, we need them. So help them out. You would have, if they were open, you'd have gone and bought stuff. So they're closed, but go buy stuff anyway. And Stitchy Box is, well, but you know what I mean? That didn't come out right. But you know what I mean?
Well, that's what I do. I mean, no matter what day it is, I just go buy some.
Didn't slow you down, not a lick. But you know what I mean. I'm not going to explain it again.
Yeah. No, I
So,
understand.
like go to Stitchy Box and check that out and see if there isn't something there that you like and support our sponsors because they're the ones that make this possible for us to do this stuff. And
Yeah.
so please support them. Let them know when you do it that Fiber Talk made you buy it. That hashtag's pretty handy. And then when you get in trouble at home, it just gets you off the hook. Yeah.
Not
There.
really, but
No. Well, in most homes it would get you off the hook, but it's
yeah.
not magic at the Pfeiffer household. No.
No.
Way past that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, way past that. Seen your movie way too many times. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Way too many times. Craft Enthusiast, a lousy $38. Oh, that's lame. Yeah, that's lame. You got to do better than that. Mm-hmm. Yep. So check them out. Check out all our sponsors. Tonight, Stitchy Box is our focus. Countdown boxes, treats from Nashville. Help them out. You're going to buy the stuff. Help them out. Much appreciated, Gary. My classes are canceled to my husband on only 60% of his wages. We need purchases from my web shop to keep us going. There we go. Yeah, that's the other part is the classes all get canceled. Everybody's had to end their classes or postpone them or something. And a lot of that stuff just can't do it online. Not the same thing. So it's too bad. It's tough. It's tough for everyone, but
Mm-hmm.
we got to stop it somehow. Got to flatten that curve, as they say. Yeah. So yeah. Somebody asked me about when I washed the linen. That because in our starter thing I talked about how I washed my linen to start to get all the creases out, and they said it
Yeah.
doesn't take all the sizing out. And yes, it does. But if I think it's really going to be flimsy, then I use Best Press. I'll spray Best Press on there and put a little back in it. And got that from Vana. That idea from Vana. But I spray that in there and put a little sizing back in. But yeah, it does. But I'm so focused on getting the creases out, I don't care. Yeah. So yes, it does. You what?
Somebody asked me this week that if you wash it and it's a hand dyed, don't you wash it? Well, it was actually on one of our videos. If you wash it, it's a hand dyed, doesn't that make the dye come out? And I said, and do you do that? Do you wash it even when it's hand dyed? I don't wash mine, but you do, right?
Because you're Team Pigpen. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Proud Team Pigpen.
That's right.
No,
That's right.
This Jessica Grimm was kind enough to give to me that she hand dyed this deep rich purple, and when I washed it, and I just used tepid water because all I want is the wrinkles to come out. When I washed it, it bled a little bit, like there was some color in the water, but this hasn't been washed. But I think if I held this up to the stuff that's been washed, well, just a second, I'll go get that. Hang on. We got nothing to do, right?
No, right. Teal, yes, you can. I do it all the time on dyed best. I do best press on dyed fabric. I do all the time. I do it from the back side though, so that is. I don't know if that makes a difference, but that's how I do it.
So here's here's the stuff I'm stitching on, and here's the original, and it's a hair lighter, I guess, but it's still a deep purple. I mean, and that could be lighting as much as anything. So
I don't think it looks that much different.
no, and that bled a little bit, so it was no big deal at all. And then I didn't have creases in the linen, which is important. And here it is, just the way it was finished up Wednesday night when I got mad at it and just walked away.
That's backwards.
It is the back, but there's no knots, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. That's the front.
Right.
Yeah, no knots either side. Yeah.
That's nice.
I was so mad, so sick of that. Every time I turned around, there's not. So yeah, I didn't. I don't know. I'm sure some will bleed, but I don't leave it in the water all that long. It's in the water. It's in the soapy water for maybe 10 minutes, and it's barely soapy. And then it's in the rinse water maybe 5 minutes, and then that's it. So it's not like it's a long process.
Yeah, they have. Okay, so Mindy had a good point. Don't wash R&R fabric, and that is true because they use coffee, and it'll wash right out of there. So don't do that. Now here's another little tip.
Well, wait, before you move on to that tip, I thought, doesn't baking set that in?
Not really, no. But I was getting ready to tell you what a little tip is. A little tip is salt and vinegar. If you put that in, that will help set the dye. And so salt and white vinegar helps.
Okay. Well, Jessica, yeah, Jessica, I owe you 1,000 times over. I'm buying dinner next time I'm to Bavaria because this linen is beautiful. I love the color, and you sent such a big honking chunk of it. I've got plans for some more of it. Yeah, here, see, this is an example. I mean, Jessica sent me this great big piece of of this purple linen that she dyed for a class, and you couldn't use it, and was kind enough to send it to me. And I have a plan. I have another modern folk embroidery piece that I'm going to do with the purple. What? I can't remember stuff.
Mayday, Mayday! You can't remember what?
I can't remember anything.
What the,
I can't remember anything. I've been editing stuff on digital transformation in factories today, and my head is just whatever. But yeah, no, that's beautiful stuff. Go, Jessica. Yep. But there's an example of having. I didn't buy it because Jessica was kind enough to give it to me. But there's an example of having a great big piece of linen. Look at that thing. Great big piece of linen that I'll get several projects out of that. Yeah. It will get used.
now, Mindy says that Best Press leaves bigger drip spots, and if you use Faultless, the mist is finer. I pour my Best Press into a misting quart bottle, so I don't have that problem. But Faultless is very good, but I don't use Faultless Gold Cap. I use Faultless Max, and it is like, I love it. But you can't. That's starch, so you can't use it on stitching.
I hadn't noticed I hadn't gotten any drip spots out of my Best Press, but it came in. The first one I bought was in a spray bottle.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I mean that spray bottle is nice, but it does kind of get gummy up. So I bought this So I bought this Quilting Mister refillable bottle.
And you're laughing at me for not being able to remember things. Okay.
Well, I didn't know what to call it.
Okay.
And it is nice.
Fine.
I
can play this game. Okay, fine. Yeah, okay. So an actual like a mist type bottle then would be better for me.
I mean, if yours is doing fine, I wouldn't worry about it. And plus, you don't really use hand-dyed fabric, right?
No.
You use all solid, so it's like a moot point for you.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I never have been a fan of that mottled stuff. I don't know. Just never have cared for it. Some of it, like Blue Flowers thing, that shale slate, whatever it is, that one works. Her Huckleberry sampler that she did, that one, that's really probably the first one I felt like the mottled stuff really works. But no, I'd rather have a solid. I don't care for it. No. I don't know. Everybody has their own thing. Like that one you're going to stitch there that you held up at the beginning of the show.
Gingerbread.
Yeah, nice combination. But see, I'd rather have it be, if it was me, I would rather have it be the lighter color of that solid.
Oh, yeah. So you mean like right here, that right there.
Yeah, solid. See, then that's what I'd rather have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
The way I am. Can't help it.
Yeah, that's whatever. That's what I like about stitching is because everybody has their own personal likes. And then when you see the same thing stitched different ways, that's just inspiring to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? I really do like that.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I really enjoy.
Yeah. I think it's fascinating the way the dyeing people make those mottled colors. I think that's interesting, but
I do too.
I just don't care to use it. So give me solid. Yep. So Stitchy Box, Fiber Talk at stitchybox.com. Appreciate them sponsoring us. Go check them out. Fiber Talk maybe
we both need to buy a Stitchy Box and then like open our week's worth on Friday nights.
Hey, now that could be fun.
Wouldn't that be kind of cool?
Look at you with the ideas. Just look at you with the ideas. Just a steady stream of just ideas.
And just, I know, right?
And so humble.
That would that would be cool, wouldn't it?
Let's do that.
That would be awesome. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Does she have any open? Does she have any open? Any subscriptions open?
I think so. Yeah, there's some.
Oh, yeah, she must because we're trying to tell them about it. Yeah, right. So are you serious?
Okay, we're doing it. Right? We're doing it. All right, when we get done here, we're ordering. Yep, that's what we're doing.
Which one do I want to order?
I'm getting Arctic Adventures.
And do they come? But see now, do they come on the same month? That's the question.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't read that detail. All right, we'll have to coordinate it. We'll have a staff meeting afterwards, and we'll coordinate.
Okay.
Yeah, you can chair the
Maybe we need
meeting.
to call Liz in on that.
Yeah, you can chair the meeting is your idea. Yeah. Teal says yes, do
Okay.
that. She bought the sampler box. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. I'm game.
Okay.
All right.
Different ones, so we don't have the same
Right.
thing.
Right. Right. Then we'll open a week's worth on the show.
Okay. Oh, look, there's so many people that love that idea.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. They're getting this. They're spending our money, of course.
That's right. They love that idea.
Yeah. No, I'm game to do that. Let's do that. All right.
Yeah. Oh,
All right. Next Friday.
oh, look, there's my cat in the background.
Yeah. Look at that. All right. Next
Red.
Friday. We'll order and hopefully have it next Friday. I don't know how it works. Can we just order them and get them? What was?
Read what Lindy
Oh,
Overton said.
The share of
That made me
needlework.
laugh.
The share of the needlework world right there. Vana. Okay.
Oh, if we could just turn back time,
Yeah.
and I
Oh,
would be so much younger.
you really had to do that, didn't you? You had to do that. Had to do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Just offset that brilliant idea with that one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We get food at our staff meeting. Nope, no food. Beer and Vana's on her diet, so can't do that.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, Cheryl got one of the market boxes. Yeah.
Oh, that was the big treat, little treat,
Yeah.
tiny
Yeah.
treat.
Yeah. Those look like pretty cool stuff. All right, that's what we're doing. That's our new plan.
Okay.
Because, heaven forbid we not start something else. So that's what we're doing. All right.
Oh my God, the sampler box doesn't ship until December 2020.
Oh my, I'm not waiting
So
for.
maybe okay. So here's my thing.
Okay,
Okay, so I'll
idea
get
of modification. Okay.
I'll get the Advent box, and you get the sampler box, and then they'll like be together, right?
Theoretically, yes.
So
I don't want to
you
wait.
can get
I don't
the
want to wait
Advent
that
box.
long. I don't want to wait
Okay,
that
we'll
long.
have to look. We'll have to look and see what's going on. Everybody likes my cat. Hey, Red Boy, isn't he pretty? He is Mama's big boy. He is a pretty boy.
Yeah. You got 3 of them? 3 cats?
I have 3 cats. Yeah.
Yeah. Have we talked about free
There's-
pattern stitchers are offering? Yeah, that no, we haven't talked about that, but yeah, follow the hashtag Be Well and Stitch. A bunch of people are putting up. Most of them are word type charts, but yeah, a bunch of free patterns. Yep.
Your favorite lady, Janet Douglas, has a pretty one.
Of course she does.
Have you? Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. No.
Yeah. Oh, we could get market boxes. Teal Elder said we could get market boxes.
Oh, those we can get. Yeah, but I want the ones that open something every day. All right, we got to figure that out. We'll get with Liz. Staff meeting. We'll call Liz in and we'll get this worked out.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'd be a new segment on Friday night. Open up what we got in our Stitchy box.
That's right. Okay, that's what we're doing. I'm going to drink a little beer to that.
If I had my water, I'd drink some water, but I forgot it.
I wondered why you had not consumed any beverage.
I'm kind of thirsty too, but oh well.
Yeah. So, all right. I think we're going to call it. So tomorrow night, same spot, 8:00 Eastern, 7 Central. We are doing our quarantine stitching hour. So it's just Vaughn and I stitching side by side. I'm stitching Debbie Rowley's Glitz and Glamour Opal. What?
Gillian said, "Is the cat looking for Bigfoot?" We probably are. He probably is because we are on this is the basement, but I have a walkout basement. So deer come up to our windows and they look at deer. So
well, Brendan has put you in a second place position
I know.
with the Bigfoot. You are you got a long way to go to catch him. Yep.
I know.
Yeah. So so this is what I'm stitching tomorrow night. Debbie Rowley's Glitz and Glamour Opal. I'm working on that tomorrow night. What are you working on?
I'm working on black water blooms, but mine's going to be red water blooms.
All right. All right. That's what we're doing tomorrow night. Yep. Geez, Gary,
So
get
I'm
enough.
excited.
Geez, Gary, get enough needles on the. Yeah, whatever. I had 3 or 4 things going at once there at one time. Yeah.
I know.
All right. Stitchy Box. Tomorrow night, 8:00. Michelle Garrett Sunday. Then we're back Monday with another live show. Then Vaughn and I on Wednesday because we don't talk to each other enough. So that'll be the podcast Wednesday. You won't be able to look at us, but you'll be able to hear us. I have no idea.
God.
Yeah, we got to figure out what we're going to talk about.
Oh gosh.
Maybe we could talk about our stitch-alongs, our May Hannah Longstreth,
Mm-hmm.
and our July 5 Debbie Rowley. We could talk about those two
Yeah.
things. Yeah,
Okay.
that'll fill 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that.
Oh, we'll find something else.
Never have any trouble. So, all right. So, back with us tomorrow night if you can to stitch. Sunday, Michelle Garrett. Monday, we're back again, and then we take a day off, and then Wednesday. So, thanks everybody. Stay healthy. Don't breathe on each other. It's bad for you. Yeah. We're out. Bye.
Bye. See ya.
Bye.